It's very simple. If you take hitchhikers with you, or if you offer a couch surfing place or something like this, you have to be a certain kind of person. You have to have a certain kind of mind, and you have to be open-minded. So it's like meeting friends because they all have the same meanings, the same wishes.
I'm from Peru.
Hi, I'm Diego, I'm from Spain.
Hey, I'm Vivien from Hungary. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We are doing our European voluntary service in Slovenia, and we all like traveling a lot. But since we are volunteers with €85 pocket money per month, we don't have so much money to spend.
So we decided to start traveling in an alternative way.
Like hitchhiking and couchsurfing.
And we discovered that traveling is not a necessarily expensive thing.
That is why we are doing this and the Essential project, because we want to prove that traveling is for everyone and you can trust in people who you didn't know before.
So we hitchhiked 2,000 kilometers from Slovenia to Amsterdam without spending any money for transportation or for accommodation. Just €5 per person per day and only for food.
But we managed to spend even less. So traveling around Europe for 16 days, for us it was €44 per person.
This documentary is a guideline for how to travel like us in a cheaper and alternative way.
So what is the alternative way for us? It's traveling by hitchhiking, staying with the help of hospitality communities, visit the city for free and eat budget friendly. And don't forget the backpack.
Well, we've been thinking and we've been dreaming and we've been planning too. And we've been sharing and we've been learning and we've been changing too. Don't you know it's a little thing? The rain is pouring harder and it chills me to the bone. Thumbing down to Memphis, traveling alone, as I try to find the reason for my time before I die. Like my life, the rain pours by. Like my life, the rain pours by.
I think hitchhiking is the best adventurous way of living. You meet a lot of people, you get a lot of experiences, you even learn about yourself.
It's like taking a public transport, A to B, but also with all the experience in between, you know?
Hitchhiking is putting you in the situation when you really don't know, like, you're not just pretending you don't know what you're going to do in the next 10 minutes, like you said. If you're still going to stand there waiting in the rain, or you're going to meet some crazy people, or you're going to meet somebody very nice, you don't know. Your destiny, your future is completely empty.
It's a very good way and simple way and easy way to put yourself out of the comfort zone, because I do believe that the magic happens outside of your comfort zone, and that's where you have to trust yourself, and then that's where you see what is really out there with your own eyes, not that somebody told you in school or at home how the world looks like, but it's really cool to experience it from your own being.
You're always in this wonderland, in a way, because you are about to meet somebody you don't know who is sitting in the car. There are also different cars stopping. It can be a car which is like super luxury, or for example a car which is very, I don't know, old, but person still is willing to share.
My car is usually empty, so I want to help out if I can, you know, and Usually also you can hear some interesting stories from people who hitchhike. Usually they're foreigners, and I don't know, it just feels good, you know, to give someone a ride.
But still in the very beginning my heart bumped. Also when I was standing like this on the street I felt very weird and shy and unnormal. But after this first time I did it several more times and it was not that frightening or unusual or normal anymore. It just...
Nice. I think it's usual, I guess. I don't feel anything unusual about it.
Okay, maybe at the first time it feels strange, but like already the second, the third time I started to love it, you know.
It was really exciting. Like I cannot describe my first hitchhiking in one emotion because it was just like a roller coaster of emotions. Like I was excited, happy, afraid, and like feeling just crazy all at once, you know, just standing there with your thumb up with the sign and just like thinking, oh my god, is like anybody gonna even stop?
I found out that people actually stop, still. That it's not just the hippie thing happening you know, in the 70s.
But it's not for all the people, because you need to have this in your blood, you need to feel it. Because if you're afraid, you're not going to be able to go to another person's car.
As I duck inside a doorway, she is heavy on my mind. Should I have never left, or did I wait too long this time? Stranded without meaning in this misbegotten town. Like my love, the rain pours down. Like my love, the rain pours down. Warmness of her breath upon my shoulder in the dawn. But I feel her traveling with me, and that helps me carry on. I might see her there before me, I might hear her voice a call. Like my tears, the raindrops fall. Like my tears, the raindrops fall.
Well, normally I have a good feeling, you know. I mean, it happens rarely that something is off, you know, but even at that time usually nothing strange or unusual happens, you know. It's just maybe some first time off vibe, you know, because we don't know each other, but usually it's a good feeling.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people tell you like, we don't see a lot of hitchhikers. Why you're hitchhiking? It's dangerous. I'm going to take you there and there just for you to be safe. So I have extremely good experiences actually with that. Yeah. Obviously, a lot of people is not hitchhiking anymore, and if people see hitchhiker, they're like, wow, you know, I see hitchhiker. That's something I don't see every day. I need to stop, you know. I need to hear his story. I need to figure out why he's doing that.
I don't think it's more dangerous than it was 20 years ago. No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
the people.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's normally that, it's normal that parents maybe are more crazy about their kids nowadays.
Yeah.
And they just want to keep them as good as they are possible. But no, it's not more dangerous. No.
Yeah, I think hitchhiking is safe. I mean, you have to be cautious, like everywhere, you know. Like, are we safe right now? A meteor could drop on us right now and we could all die, you know. I mean, I don't want to sound negative, but it's like anything can happen to you at any time in your life. So if you are afraid of what will happen, what may happen to you, then it's like pointless to even live, you know, because you can be afraid of anything at any point. But to not be afraid of something and go for it, it can be rewarding in the end.
Also one thing, it's economical way of traveling. The people are going in that direction, you know. If they are carrying all in all 80 extra kilos, they're not going to, you know, they're not going to get like more expensive guess, you know.
Very nice experiences with all the people. Usually people are stopping who already hitchhiked before maybe, or somehow they are connected with that, so they are all the time nice. And yeah, I don't have any very dangerous situations. Even with their driving, they were driving nice. They were using seatbelt, I was using seatbelt, or maybe they didn't, but I did. So yeah.
Some people don't like this, that they don't know where are they heading to, where are they going to be in the end of the day. But I'm getting this positive, you know, adrenaline, because I don't know what people will I meet. Will I sleep in the end, I don't know, in some villa, you know. I don't know. I will sleep on the bench, or I will sleep in villa, or I will receive a really nice dinner. I had really lot of experience about that.
So I would recommend it to everyone to try, just at least for once, because it's a very good thing.
The people who did try it even like at least once, they tried even second time mostly. Almost no people are having like on their first experience like that this is a bad experience.
The rain is pouring harder and it chills me to the bone. Thumbing down to Memphis, traveling.
You write where you're going, and then you do this and have a big smile in your face and expect some good people to pick you up, and then
Like my life, the rain pours by. As I duck inside a doorway, she is heavy on my mind. Should I have never left, or did I wait too long this time? Stranded without meaning in this misbegotten town, like my love.
If you would like to find a host in your travel destination, you have 3 different possibilities. The first one is couchsurfing, the second one is Be Welcome, and the last one is Trustroute.
They are hospitality websites where you can find places to be hosted by locals for free.
But it's not only a free hostel to stay, it's more about the people. To spend time together, make new friends, share experience, get to know new culture, and what else?
It's welcoming.
Sharing.
Caring.
Understanding.
Interbeing.
Community.
Hospitality. Fun.
Experience.
Adventure.
Global connections.
People.
Friends.
Languages.
I like couchsurfing because it's free and you get a chance to meet people, to hang out with them, and because you can check people's profile before admitting to send them the request for couchsurf, you can find people who you share interests with. So I got the chance to meet a lot of people who have similar interests than me.
Because personally I like to meet new people, new persons with new ideas, but I think
it's a good possibility to travel. First it's cheaper and you get to know people and they show you better places.
Many advantages. You can meet new people, new cultures. The locals can show the city, show something you cannot find only as a common tourist. Those people are commonly very good, very polite, so you can find new friends. And I think this is what is the couchsurfing about. Not only about let's say free place to sleep, but mainly about the people.
They're amazing people. They're hitchhikers, as me, mostly. There are like wanderers, you know. They're thinkers. Like
Couchsurfers is the best people in the world because they're helpful. They're like totally crazy people, positive way. They're the nice person that you can ever met.
they're really cheerful and easygoing.
I think everybody could be a couch surfer in potential. But, yeah, I guess right now there are people who are maybe more positive or believe more in the positive side of people.
I trust strangers immediately. I don't know. And I think it should be like that in the world. You know? Otherwise, you know, if nobody can trust nobody, you know, you have to trust truck driver, like a bus driver, for example. When you're driving, somehow, you have to trust, I don't know, bakers, you know, that they don't put something in, you know. It's constantly trusting, but the people are just afraid.
At the beginning, I was afraid, the first or second time, but fortunately, all my experience was good.
Well, till now I wasn't afraid to stay with strangers because I checked their profile before, so I'm cautious about picking out who I'm gonna couchsurf with. Because usually there's a lot of people who I haven't been to places where I couldn't find people. So I was only couchsurfing in places where there was a lot of people offering their couch. So I checked their profile and I'm usually checking their references. So I always check how many positive and negative references they have and who are the people who put the references there.
Starting is quite difficult while you don't have any references. But once you receive references more and more, the people gave like instantly trust because there are like 20 positive references already and people can see that you're a like nice person.
No, I mean there's very different people you meet, so with some you instantly connect and with some maybe you're just grateful that you have a place to sleep, but besides that not. So no, I didn't. Just like hitchhiking, I also didn't have bad experiences with that.
The most bad experience I had was in a youth hostel and not with couch surfers. I think that's more dangerous than couch surfing because you don't know the people in the hostel, but you get to know the people on couch surfing because you know their profile. And if I surf with someone, I read the profile, and after one, normally I have a good idea about the people.
I would recommend it because it's, like I said, it's a good way to meet people. It's a good way to get out of your comfort zone because it's not easy to just pop into a stranger's apartment and say, hello, I'm the one who writes you on the internet and I'm here to sleep with you for one night.
Yeah, so I think it's good to trust people and to believe that people are good and to just share things like your house or anything.
If you combine those, like meeting super people, having party together, eating local food, and above all, it's everything free, it's a perfect combination for couchsurfing. And that's why I'm using it.
Yeah, I think everybody should do it. Yeah.
All what you have to do is to register, make a good profile with your photos, personal description, interest, decide where to go, and you can start couchsurfing and meeting amazing people all around the world.
are travel locals, we have some bad news for you. You won't be able to eat in a fancy restaurant every day, but still you have to eat. So we have some advices for you.
First of all, you can go to do the shopping in the local markets or grocery stores, and from the both things you have two options. To pack the food for takeaway, or ask your host to cook for yourself in the kitchen.
By the way, when you arrive to the house of your couchsurfer, sometimes they offer you food just for eat with them. So if they offer you, don't hesitate to accept it. And don't forget to do the same to your host or your guest time to time.
Another possibility is go local. Ask recommendations from your hosts or drivers where to eat cheap in the city.
If you want to eat something warm anyway, you can go to the fast food restaurant or just try the street food.
And the last but not least good opportunity is the food sharing project where it's available. Thanks to this movement, you can share your food, what you have left, or you can pick it up from other places and it won't be wasted.
Although we didn't try for the more hardcore and braver travelers, we can suggest to try dumpster diving or asking for leftovers in restaurants or bakeries.
I got the motion lotion that's causing a commotion from the sticks with the hicks and right across the ocean. Coasting great like this shit's in space, and that's good news for hip-hop gurus. Galoos on crazy, we straight up fraggling. Anybody straggling is up for grabs, haggling. Dallas to the palace, but not for Larry Hagman. G.I.U. and in the line that run the keg and shit, they rip the line right out to Loud Lab. It's a 220 pileup, I'm living with dial-up. Still has a chance, and the hearse and ambulance is one and the same. So who's running the game? Not Simon or Merlin or Mastermind either. A sorry operation, we'll leave it to beavers. Leader is dumpster pumps and the bump. Your toast in this motion couldn't get no funk, yeah.
So yo, what you got?
I wonga wonga.
So yo, what you got? So yo, what you got? So yo, what you got?
Won't laugh, never ever again.
Okay.
After this.
Hello, I'm Bri.
He said, "Fuck! I know what I forgot! My backpack!"
Are you hungry, Jimmy? Yes, very much. I want one sandwich. Okay, Jimmy, overtake.
Are you going to Slovakia?
Yeah, actually to Bratislava. Can you take me?
Of course! Let's go! Okay? Hi!
For proof how to travel,
So we want to prove that traveling is for everyone.
Shut up.